When I think about the people who have plagiarized me, I don't tend to think of them very highly, and this pisses off a lot of people because I'm known to have redeemed my plagiarist several different times. The history of Kay Applegate is that she didn't write Animorphs. I did, and she made a fan series to it that I liked the Pop Arena episode guides of, but that were very inaccurate and turned into a propaganda that was anti-Yerk. And no matter what your opinion is on Yerks or what they stood for in that time period, caused them to go the route they did in New Year Neverland as a propaganda. It was all her fault as Kay Applegate. And it's because she stole my book series, Animorphs. I keep thinking my lips look lopsided. I don't even know. Where, where like, in general, um, I wrote a lot of series. I wrote the Kingdom of Dime books, the Kingdom Diaries are a plagiarism of. I wrote Star Wars. George Lucas produced movies based off of it. I approved of canonizing the prequels in like a dramatic way people turned on me as a creator of Star Wars for. I wrote Homestuck. Andrew Hussey wrote a very famous adaptation that's halfway plagiarized that was allowed to stay. He just had to give me a writing credit on all databases outside of like Goodreads for it. And like the history of it, with Goodreads going down soon until I can have an account that's a reader's account on it because it's a shrine to my mom and she wants that for me. And they were kind of a stolen model of my ballpoints for Facebook in like a dramatic way. Where I think plagiarism is usually the choice of selfishness mixed with laziness, because most plagiarists, from what I've seen, could easily get a grip and write without a tracing disorder. Most plagiarists could choose not to copy and paste Harry Potter the way J.K. Rowling did when I wrote the book series. It's now going to be very obscure because it's back in my hands and I get to choose what happens to Harry Potter, and Books of Magic is the real book she plagiarized. And Harry Potter is a worship series under Books of Magic as a spinoff. So no matter what England prefers, and no matter what's big in England, the real book series the Earth cares about is Books of Magic outside of their small community. And it will stay the popular series that Harry Potter is villainized in and known for. So, like, the history of Draco Malfoy as the main character in Books of Magic as the boy who lived is Draco Malfoy, not Harry Potter. And a few very famous bad movies existed that would make you think that was Harry Potter because he's known for mammy arts. And it was just a borderline plagiarism that J.K. Rowling did of every single thing I wrote. I wrote American Gods, not Neil Gaiman. I wrote Earthsea, not Ursula K. Guin. And I publish a lot of my works to be published on like things like Fiction Press. I'm one of the Earth's most famous authors as the username Adam Snowflake, who's now growing out my hair, that this looks like a video of. And the history of it is kind of that I post my ballpoints to my Lingo Liver Girl 5 channel, but this is a remake of a brain cake video I did. It's so good that people love those works of Lego. Lego stole from Roblox, my company. And if you're okay with stolen things, as long as it provides like a fandom usher, you're dead to me as a person in ways Morgan Hoffman became. Because, like, honest to God, I worked really hard on all of those series. I wrote A Painter's Cove. I wrote Dawson's Creek. I wrote Glee, and those studios and everything just kind of stole it because I'm independent and thought, oh, well, we'll get it for a long period of time of profits. They still got to keep most of those profits. They just have to now pay me a giant royalty check that they don't know where they're going to get the money for because they stole my work. And Overwatch was my work, and I turned it into the eggs because, like, fuck what that game as a ripoff of Chaotic was going to be if I also made Chaotic. I'm sorry I destroyed Overwatch for you. You loved a plagiarism. You shouldn't be that gung-ho about Overwatch. You should be that gung-ho about Chaotic in that one arena that has the Overwatch characters, which is what they plagiarized. You should love the originals, not what they stole from. where I wrote Feeder's An Untold Story. I wrote Twilight by Stephanie Meyer, as famously recounted. When I let a book series like Twilight or Homestuck be remembered with other authors' faces, it's usually because of a worship angle or a Nazi-like angle that is like to skinheads Homestuck. And I'm like, okay, if you're gonna be to skinheads Homestuck, you can keep to skinheads Homestuck. You can keep that. You're just not gonna be um my original work that Homestuck started as. And it's because of a worship angle Andrew Hussey was ever known for Homestuck. I just don't want my name attached to worship. And it was worship in a whole entire eon because of terrorisms that he turned my books into. Um, I wrote Vladimir Todd, not whoever is known for that. And Vladimir Todd's a worship franchise I'm comfortable with people knowing I wrote like Harry Potter. It's not usually a worship franchise, but it was this whole entire eon because she stole it so successfully. And as an atheist, it looks like you're putting false idols all over my work, even though they're real idols to worshiping. I'm just like, it feels like false idols when you do that to my work. And I know it's not. It's like the real thing that people worship. But oh my God, is it like my work? And it's my work, and you stole it. And the following is a book launch party to the most major works of Galitay that I did for each of my works when they were mine. Take care and enjoy the watch party. Please don't plagiarize me again. You're just being lazy.